Hey, how's everybody doing, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, go below, like, subscribe, do that good stuff. But today we're going to go over the 2019 GSXR 600. This is my first bike. I have about 5,000 miles on it, a little bit over now. I want to do a little motovlog today. We're going to hop on the bike. But before I did that, I thought I'd go real quick. A few things I just want to talk about is things I've done to the bike. There's nothing too crazy. I did go ahead and put a side crash cage, stunt cage on it, and the rear passenger pegs that are also like a stunt cage. That was the best investment. I think I've already dropped it on the side here once pretty hard, just in the parking lot, and it saved me $500 to $1,000 of damage in fairings and clutch levers, brake levers, mirrors, all that good stuff. So already paid for itself. I did a little fender eliminator. I got some new clutch and brake cables on here. Did the shorties. I did some heated grips. But that's me doing all like kind of simple stuff. I didn't really want to do any crazy exhaust system, anything too advanced on the bike. Another thing I want to mention, kind of a main thing, is I am right over 5,000 miles and my front tire is shot. I'm waiting to get a new tire on here. All the store's been pretty slow trying to get back to me, so have very little tread here. I take my time warming the tires up and I don't ride it all in the rain. Scheduled, I was trying to do it last week, but I'm scheduled to get that done this week. I get a new front tire in here, and that was around 5,000 miles. So gives you an idea. If you have a sport bike, I ride it relatively normal, I would say, but I get around 5,000 miles on that tire. The rear tire, I got around 3,000 to 3,500 miles on that tire, so I already have a new one there. If I keep being silly and doing burnouts all the time, I'm gonna need a new tire sooner than I should. But let's go ahead. I'm gonna hop on the road. Don't want to make this too long. I want to talk about just kind of show you me riding around. A couple things I've been practicing on doing, just some fun stuff. I'm right under a year of riding, so first bike ever, started on a 600cc super sport, whatever, like a sport bike, and I'm almost a year down, 5,000 miles, and kind of a lot has changed in that amount of time. Alright guys, the first thing I always do when I hop on the road, just me personally, one, because it's fun, two, because I got a really bad front tire. I just like to do some swerves, get that tire nice and warmed up, get you kind of feeling the bike a little bit, get you ready for your first turn. I just think it's fun, but also I do know for sure, I've had a couple times where I turned the bike on immediately and I tried to stop too quick, or I tried to kind of do something a little fancy, and I'll have my tires skid on me a little bit because they're not warmed up. They're not ready to kind of perform the way they're meant to. So as soon as I get on the road, I usually will go, whether you just ride for a few minutes straight line, your tires are going to get warmed up naturally. But me personally, I like to get a feel for my grip of my tires before I start going too fast. Go back and forth, warm the tires up. If you were to have a flat tire, you would know pretty soon, or if you had a leaking tire. But if you were to do that, you would feel it immediately. And hopefully you're only going 20-30 miles an hour, not going any faster than that. So that's the first thing I like to do. But all in all, the whole experience of this being my first bike, I tell you what, I've gone through so many phases of different experiences on this bike. I've had so many good times on it. I've met so many people through riding. It is true, I mean, once you start riding a bike, you do meet so many friends. I have some of my best friends right now, and just kind of buddies I hang out with all through riding. Sure, you have to take a little bit of initiative. You got to go and kind of talk to people. You can't just kind of they're not going to come to you, but you definitely meet this whole community of riders. Whether it's for better or worse, you can find some people that are all in your kind of common interests, and those people that do have those common interests will be the ones that kind of stick and you'll end up riding with more and more. But yeah, I've had a great time riding. I feel so much more comfortable on the bike. I know that's kind of when you get in that danger zone of getting too comfortable. Not to jinx myself, but I've been getting pretty good at the wheelies too. I'm finally being able to, this is kind of a side note, I don't want to just talk about having a starter bike and 1 year down and doing wheelies and stuff, but that's really all I've been trying to do recently, is I've been learning that rear brake. It's huge, and that's honestly like, let me try to get one up there. There we go. So I'm actually popping it up now and bringing it down with the rear brake, which is huge. I mean, if you're going to just pop it up and ride it out, it's very inconsistent, very sketchy. But I'm actually comfortable doing it now. I don't go too high, but I'm able to pull the bike up. I'm able to bring it down all with my own actions, not any kind of randomness involved. But that's like the biggest thing. That was always my goal when I got a bike, is I wanted to be able to do like some of those wheelies and stoppies and stunts like you see on all the videos. I mean, that's kind of a cliche, but I mean, I'll be a total liar if I said I didn't want to be doing that. I definitely enjoy going fast on the bike. I enjoy kind of taking my hands off, standing up on the bike, trying to do some wheelies. I mean, I think that's all the fun stuff, for me at least. I mean, the acceleration is definitely one, but after a while, I focus more on those other things. And I think at the end of the day, maybe in a few years from now, but I could see maybe stunting this bike out, and maybe stunting this bike out in a few years, maybe 3 or 4 years, maybe a year, maybe 2 years, maybe 6 months. I have no idea. I don't want to jump onto 1,000 too soon, but my next bike I do plan on being a 750 or 1,000. The BMW S1000 particularly, that's like my next dream bike. But I am so happy with this bike. I have nothing more that I really need or want. That's me just kind of talking about bikes and stuff. The S1000 has always been a good looking and performing bike that I've always liked. But this is still like, I have nothing I really want to change on this bike right now. I just want to get better at riding it and just enjoy it. I mean, I really have nothing more. I rather put money into new tires and experience with classes, track days, actually trying to change tires and do the whole process. I've taken tires off of like the actual bike, like the whole like wheel and everything, but I haven't actually taken a tire off and put one back on. That's kind of my next step. I'd rather kind of blow through tires and have fun with that stuff, than be able to buy more parts and buy exhaust. I'd rather go through 6 tires than buy a full exhaust system. Me personally, I think it's more fun, and then you're not going deaf non-stop every time you ride, and you don't want to be riding crazy. But yeah, just a couple more things. I wanted to go for a ride today. I always just try to, every week or so, try to do a video while I'm riding. Don't always have an agenda, but today I wanted to do a little moto vlog. I want to talk about, I'll take a closer look when we stop. I know I have over 5,000 miles. I know my front tire is shot. So if you're getting yourself a new bike or a sport bike and you're kind of trying to figure out costs, how long things will last, front tire for me lasts me about 5,000 miles. Being smart, maybe 4,500. I don't really know. If I'm being dumb, I probably could stretch it to like 6,000 miles, but that's just kind of riding till you crash because your tire loses traction. That'd be dumb. So I'm definitely ready for a new tire. I bet it's at like 5,200 miles. My rear tire, I should have gotten around 3,000 miles out of it. I stretched it to 3,500, but the rear tire is not nearly as important as the front tire for your traction and everything else. In my opinion, the front tire is really what matters. And then you're on roads like this, where this road actually, it's rained pretty hard the last few weeks, so it's a lot clearer. This used to be kind of like a gravelly road, where it was like kind of unpaved a little bit. So this is a road I would take super slow on it, and having that front tire being like a race tire almost and being bald, this would be a very bad road to ride on and take those corners aggressively, especially after rain where things are a little bit more slick. But now this road's doing better, and like I said, I'm planning on getting a new tire. But I thought it was a good kind of a point to make, where know how much you can get out of your tires. I mean, the way you ride totally affects how long they're going to last, but I thought I'd get like 8,000 miles out of a front tire. Some people were like, yeah, I don't think I'll ever change a front tire. They get a new bike before you even get that far miles on a bike. So that's definitely something I got to do, and I want to learn to do. And it's not that expensive. It's just kind of the labor and the time and the experience. So that's something I want to learn to do. But like I said, I'm less than a year of riding. Feel 100 times more comfortable on the bike. Some may say a little bit too comfortable. No arguments there. I know I take certain risks doing certain things that with a lack of wearing gear or the lack of just the right place to do things, but I think I take a calculated risk the best I can, and I feel like I'm pretty safe on the bike, and I ride within my skill level. If I were to just be completely honest with myself, I feel like I do. And to be honest, you don't get your level any higher unless you kind of push it a little bit. So it's finding that kind of middle ground of ever excelling on the bike and just like driving like kind of almost too defensively. And whenever you're just scared on the bike and you're not a little bit confident, I feel like you're more at risk you're more of a target than right now. If a car pulled out, I feel like I could dip around it, slow down, get around it, whatever I need to do, versus if you just kind of always stay at the same skill level, you're never gonna get past that skill level. So I feel like I've come a long way, and I know I have a lot more to go. Let's see here, boys. I love saying that too. Little Brian 636. My dude right there. I watch him all the time. Go straight here. I don't normally go down this road. I think there's some speed bumps down here, which kind of sucks, but usually there's no cops on the speed bump roads because no one's speeding. So in between, maybe we can have a little bit of fun. We'll see. Kind of just talking about my experience and things I want to do next. I definitely want to start at least trying to ride with a passenger, because there's been multiple times where I want to take someone for a ride, but I really am not at that comfort level just yet, where I feel comfortable, and to put myself at risk, and in my opinion, no risk to other car drivers, because I mean, who am I, this 400-pound bike? If I were to hit a car, not that I want to, it's not really going to do much damage to them at all. So I feel like that's kind of the beauty of bikes, where you can have fun, but you're not putting other people at risk. Me personally, that's the way I look at it. I've always looked at it that way. If you're going to go 100 miles an hour in a car and you hit something, you're going to cause a lot of damage. In a bike, you're really not going to do as much damage. Kind of a weird way to think about it. Maybe not a good way to think about it, but it's the truth. But yeah, I mean, to ride, I feel like I'm very comfortable myself, but to take someone else on the bike, I feel like I'm very capable of it, but I need to practice it. But I mean, I don't want to practice with, like, it's the whole thing, like you're putting someone else at risk and you're putting them on your bike. Definitely wouldn't do it without a helmet. So if I was just riding by myself and they wanted to hop on, I want them to at least have a helmet on. So that's one thing I definitely I've said no a few times to, just because of that reason right there. But that's kind of what the level I want to get at next, is where I can what is this guy doing? Oh, he's getting his mail. I want to be able to take some people on for rides. I mean, just for fun. I want other people to be able to experience this without really having to worry. Just kind of hop on the bike and feel some of the enjoyment without having to buy a bike or have like any skill level of really doing it. Man, I forgot this road sucks. Oh yeah, baby. The other day I was riding, I had like so many nice ones. That was a pretty good one. I feel like right there, that's so controlled, where I'm actually, and I might do a video on this too, just kind of the whole process of me learning how to wheelie, and I'm still like not even there. But how I initially started, I might do a video on that. Kind of, I would like literally hold the clutch in, rev it, and just drop it, and it took like a long time to do it. Then you eventually just kind of pop it up and then you go, but now I'm actually popping it up, and it wants to keep going, and you pull it down with the rear brake, which I think is pretty cool. Because initially I would pull it up, I get scared, I let off the throttle and I drop it. Now I'm at the point where I'm hitting it up and I'm keeping that consistent throttle, and then I'm bringing it down with the rear brake. And if you let off the rear brake, you still have that throttle being kind of held consistently. So I feel like that's kind of the last step, or the 3 steps of learning how to wheelie. Not that I really want to do like a tutorial video, but just kind of my learning curve of the way I learned, because no one just jumps on a bike and starts doing it, at least fluently. But that's kind of how I learned. I went through those phases of popping it up, dropping it, and then actually pulling it up, leaving it consistent, and then bringing it down with the rear brake. But look at this boy. He's looking back. It's all good. I'm not gonna pass you. I'll be nice. I'm not sure what he's doing. Someone comes around that corner too fast. He's not in a good spot. Oh well. But yeah, if there's no cars behind me, this road coming up is usually a pretty good little straight shot for a little half mile. We can practice some woolies, because that's what it's all about. The woolies and the burnouts. I sound like that guy. But yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm just having fun, being as safe as I can be and being as smart as I can be, but still just having fun, guys. Live it up. That's all I can say. I don't want anyone to hurt themselves, but it's a lot of fun. Just kind of respect others, and time and a place for everything, but they definitely can find more places if you look hard. But yeah, I'm gonna go up hit this road here, and then I might turn the video off. I don't want to be too long. I'm gonna do a quick little moto vlog today. Mostly I just want to talk about I hit 5,000 miles, kind of just update my channel, throw a video out there for you guys, let you know that 5,000 miles is my personal front tire limit. I think I need a new one, and honestly I think I ran with the air pressure a little bit too low, so I think it may have ran out a little bit quicker. But also I think right now having a little bit lower, I think I'm like 28 psi and it should be like 36, I think. So I think the slow speed turns would be a lot easier if I had that higher, but also think it's going to give me more of a traction now on a flatter tire, or less tread of a tire, being more flat, because you're getting more of a kind of a contact patch for what's actually touching there. So I was going to pump it up, but now that I have I'll wait till I get the new tire to kind of crank that up to 34, 36. But yeah, let's see what we got here. Ooh, baby! See, no big deal. Car pulls out. You're ready to slow down. You stand the bike up a little bit. No panic. But yeah, let's go ahead and try to slam one right here and not my back. I shift into neutral instead of second. That's like my biggest annoying thing. It's only when you rev the bike too high, I think. When I rev it too high in first gear, like right there I was going 45 trying to do a wheelie in first gear. Just that's the next thing too. I need to get into second gear and try to pull it up. You have to rev the crap out of that thing to bring it up in second gear. First gear, I swear I'm really putting like a centimeter of throttle into it and jumping the clutch. I don't know, I just feel like way more in control about it. But that was a sick car. But yeah, I definitely hate shifting to neutral. But these new clutch levers I got, these I think they're shorties from I got Revzilla. They honestly, I think probably because I tightened them up whenever I installed them, that helped me with shifting, and also not revving the crap out of it in first gear. Shifting pretty soon. Once you get to like 25-30 miles an hour almost, you can go ahead and shift. You can do it different ways. For me personally, that's just one thing I found kind of interesting, that every time I try to like go fast, I rev it too high in first gear and I get shift into neutral, and it's super dangerous. I was on the highway once, like merging in front of a semi truck going like 70, threw it into neutral, and I'm just like coasting like for like 3 seconds trying to put it into second or first gear, and I didn't know which to do and how to drop it into it. I thought I was going to skid out and fall into that truck, which would have been bad. It ended up working out, but he was not slowing down for me, that truck. He was merging in, and he was not happy with the bikes. But yeah, I'm not really sure I was going with that one either. But yeah, I was trying to do a wheelie there, but I was going too fast in first gear, so didn't bring it up too high because there's too many cars around. But yeah. Well, anyway, guys, I can hear a little text on my phone, so I'm waiting to meet up with my buddy. He said he's getting off of work, so I'm gonna go ahead, pull over, check that text, maybe do a couple, maybe a poll or two for you guys, and I'll add those clips at the end. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Comment below, like, subscribe, click the notification bell. It doesn't cost you guys anything. I appreciate it. Helps me out a little bit, keeps me motivated, and I do get a little bit of revenue when you guys watch the videos, so that's pretty cool too. But stay safe out there, guys. Maybe do a couple pulls, like I said, maybe a couple oneers, bring that front end up, have a little good time. But thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe out there. Almost 1 year on the bike, no serious accidents, having a good time, learning a lot, getting a lot more experience. So all in all, I have nothing to complain about. Everything's been great. Now let's keep it that way. Stay safe out there, guys. God bless, and have fun out there, and I'll talk to you guys soon. See you. buddy. That's what I like to see. Alright, right here, maybe on this hill. Let's try to ride one out. Not hit the brake too early. What is this car doing though? This car's making me nervous. That can't be good. I just passed this turn up. We're good. Yeah, baby. Alright, baby, I'm getting out of here. Stay safe, guys. Talk to you soon. See ya.